We have stuff to do. But let's just pick up where we are at the moment. We'll wander naturally through the town and just see what comes up with. I wasn't expecting the session to last very long, but given just sort of like that I want to explore and stuff, it's actually went okay so far. So here's a question. Why doesn't the freaking helmet match the rest of the armor? That makes me spurgy. Still looks pretty cool. What about this finery, huh? Huh. I could do that. Cash up. No, I always have a sword on. I also sort of want to do maintenance stuff and equipment. Or although I might, depending on how things go, I might just do that between sessions. As I say, today, ambitions mainly revolve around, Sorry, I'm checking out my guy's outfit. It's kind of weird to see him so thin. What the hell was I saying? My ambitions mainly revolve around catching up with my companions and going to check out home. That's sort of like where I'm at. So let's do this. We're doing this naturally. Let's just explore. We've got this whole town now to have a look at. Quests abound. So I'm just gonna browse as it comes up, really. Yevon, huh? Yevon. Ah. Takes me back to my Final Fantasy X days. Do I want to be picking up these things right now? Yeah.
You! This is your fault!
Is it?
You and that blighter, Varric Tethras.
What?
You'll be the end of my boys.
What?
I don't even know who you are.
Yevon, member in good standing of the Dwarven Merchants Guild.
Uh-huh.
Not that it really matters to people like you.
It doesn't matter to me. What exactly did I do?
You'll have to be more specific. A lot of things are my fault.
My sons are lost in the deep roads because of stories about you. Your sodding glory and treasure.
Don't you dare blame him. We both know this was Iwan's doing.
If you want to keep your job, shut your mouth, woman.
Your boys are grown men. It was their own decision.
Sounds like morons. Okay, what?
What exactly were they trying to do?
It may be my fault, Monsieur. I've told them all the stories about you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one who knows where they went. They were following the path of your expedition.
Huh.
Please help me find them. Don't let my boys die down there.
Like, whole story, but I think I'm gonna help you.
Your sons made an expedition into the deep roads. Did anyone go with them?
They went alone, the fools. Just my 3 boys against every darkspawn in the deep roads.
Iwan is Yevon's middle son. The whole thing was his idea. Emrys and Merrin were just following his lead. The greedy bastard didn't want to hire anyone else if it meant he had to share the spoils.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
I thought coming to the surface meant I would never have to face losing my sons to the darkspawn.
I know, dude. Tell me about them.
Sounds like you're none too fond of Iwan, Dira.
He's always been such a greedy thing, even as a boy.
Stop talking about my son like that.
He thinks he'll get rich quick off this expedition. He talked that fool Emrys and poor Merrin into going.
So, is this woman what, like your maid or servant or something like that? That's the way it seems.
What about the other one? Merrin?
Merrin's a dear, sweet lad. Raised him myself since the day his mum died.
Right.
He's the one who liked the stories best. He wanted to be a hero, though, not just rich. He craved adventure.
Adventure will get a dwarf killed. That boy needs to settle down and learn a trade. Play it safe.
Yeah, so your threats of having her lose her job kind of fall on deaf ears here. She's been around for way too long.
Tell me about Emrys.
He's the oldest, but Iwan's been bossing him around since he learned to talk. Man's near 30 and has no backbone whatsoever.
His mother's death hit him hard, but he shouldn't be looking to his brothers for guidance.
Wait, what? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I drifted off. I was thinking about Bethany. Okay. Sorry, hang on. I'll ask again. Alright, yeah. Okay, makes sense. I'll absolutely help out.
Sure, I'll look. How many Darkspawn could have come back in 3 years anyway?
Thank you, Messer. Those boys are my life. They entered the deep roads using the same passage you did. Please find them. I will see you rewarded for your efforts.
Going back down there, huh? 3 years later. You know, I'm going to wear the armor. I'm actually not going to do any more talking about people because there's a chance that I'll miss out on, like, approval gains with companions if I do that. Yep. This is indeed a game. So is it like the full set of bonuses for everything? Is there anything I'm getting from there? Armor set bonus? Hello? Bonus for complete item set. Well, let's take off the gloves and see what the armored, what happens with the armor. Because I'm looking at this over here. And the Gauntlets of the Fallen. That is the right helmet, right? Helmet of the Fallen. Gauntlets of the Fallen. 7% health and 1% critical chance and armor. But does it affect anything else? Yeah, actually health goes up by a lot with that, so it is worth it. Might as well get used to seeing myself and I'll be rocking this for a little bit.
Chamberlain is going to have my hide.
This is the Blooming Rose over here. Let's go grab Fenris, actually. I think that's what I'll do. I will go around people's homes and I'll pick them up as they come along. So Fenris is out, There we go. Fenris.
Oh, there's been so much trouble in Kirkwall of late.
When we left, Fenris and I were minor rivals. But I wonder how he took Bethany's death. His reaction. Maybe he cared? Maybe he still cared but thought, well, it was only a matter of time. And at least this way I don't have to worry about it. Got my party and venture forth there. That was weird. Why did it give me the option one time and not the other? There's still a corpse here. How long? It's been 3 years. Is this still the same corpse? Or has shit evolved? Fenris. 3 years, dude. You gotta clean up. Well, let's see what he's up to. What did he say? In plans for the future, speak to Fenris. Just speak to him. Hey, buddy.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Okay.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Hey, Isabella.
3 years.
Yeah, dude. Clean up.
There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
Is that why you haven't cleaned up? Like, literally everything in here is like some elaborate trap. You're just waiting to spring it? This isn't a home for you, it's an ambush site. Hopefully he has disappointed. I mean, are you sure?
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion?
Meh.
It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Hopefully he has. Go after him disappointed. You do sound disappointed.
Don't tell me you're going to miss all the attention.
Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
Do what you did before. An odd question. You build a life.
You take a breath and look around. And start anew.
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
I can't be. You really don't remember?
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me. His little wolf.
I remember.
If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
You're my teammate, I can help you. Yeah, you are.
You help me, I help you.
Yeah.
I don't need your help. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain.
Firmly. Whatever. He still knows. Fenris. Strange, this system, considering how isolated we all are. We stay together despite whether or not we like or not detest exactly, but I mean, rivalry is a good word for it. You can be friends with a rival.
Hawke.
Hey, dude. But still, I'll support. And like, in regards to stuff like, I know I said I was oh, hello. These are the statues that are in my thing as well, to Vinter things. Maybe. Why do I have that statue in there? What the hell is I saying? Oh, yes. No. Why do I say oh, yes, when I haven't actually thought of the... I was talking about the rivalry and friendship. Oh, yes, the fact that, I know, like I said, I was driving more towards, you know, neutrality is the thing I'm sort of most concerned about right now, but, you know, I'm not going to not be nice to my rivals. I'm not going to be deliberately mean to them, it's just not who Iain is. Rivalry, in that case, will be born from disagreements in decision-making as opposed to me actually just being a jerk. Right, out to Hightown again. Let's go see Aveline now. Oh, actually, no, I wanted to do a thing. Hang on, back in a moment. There you go, just bringing Fenris with me. And we have actually given him this new hammer, which looks awesome. We've set him up with his new abilities for his level up. I've just leveled him more into Vanguard because I think he'll make really good use of this tree, giving him Might, giving him Cleave. I'll have to work that more properly into his tactics later, but I've done I've done the basics. I've done the basics, so let's put Red Grace into junk, because we do a bunch of junk to sell. Important that we look after ourselves financially, even if we are comfortable. Alright.
I don't wander around Hightown much. I sort of stick out.
Maybe you should wear your hammer further down your back, because at the moment you're a bit like a guy wandering around with a really obnoxious umbrella. If somebody walks too close to you, you're gonna just frickin' take them out. So yeah, I am doing sort of a wander of worth doing of everywhere. You know, actually fuck it, I'll wander everywhere later. We did this last time in sort of Act 1, like I know I want to explore everywhere again to see what I've missed, but I can only capitalize on so much which I missed so far because I need to hone in on my targets, which in this case are my companions. So is there anybody else here? Yes, in the Viscount's Keep there should be somebody. Hang on, didn't somebody say companions? Sebastian has something to like to discuss with you at the Chantry. And it's a companion as well. I mean, well, I pretty much smelled companion from him from the moment I saw him. But if he wants to discuss and it's in this mission, then we might as well do this now. In the Chantry. It's been a little while.
So there are still many refugees that would be lovely, don't you, Sister Kalinda? It would be, I'm sure. But do you think it's wise to plan for a wedding when there isn't even a groom yet?
Bloody hell just happened.
Details, details. I'll have you know my daughter has had a suitor come by the house twice now.
Doors.
I see, Torlin.
This is something else that you hear as well. What's this? Evil tomb, forbidden knowledge. Aha.
Back again to set up a wedding for that daughter of
Oh,
hers.
Sebastian is up here.
The Maker blessed us with minds and a conscience. He does not approve when we fail to use them.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the one you wronged.
What's going on, guys? Also, hi.
I thought it would end here. Young Master Hawke destroyed Flint Company. None remain. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
I'd rather talk directly, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies.
Harrimans?
It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Harrimans? Isn't that Dwarven Lord I helped? Harriman, okay.
Tell me about this family.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
All very suspicious, I'm sure.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's a strange priority anyway. You've no idea. I mean, is it?
This is why the cycle of violence never gets broken.
You jest, but that's the truth. Give this up, Sebastian. Dedicate yourself to the Chantry as you swore.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
Speaking, you're not subtle. Speaking with somebody is not revenge. I'm actually willing to speak with, I'm willing to do that.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Sure thing. Sebastian. Whole new character, hello. Sure, made your way very gently into the party. I don't know, I'm guessing it, like, from the talk, it sounds like I've had, like, chats with Sebastian, between now and then. Maybe not many, but just, there was a certain familiarity there. And with the way that I also said, yeah, sure, I'll help. Especially, I mean, when it comes to issues of family, I especially sort of understand, wanting to resolve anything. So, let's see, abilities. You're an archer. Ooh, hang on. Take this. There, freaking finally I can give somebody a bow. An archer. I should have expected that. The first thing I saw you do was shoot a bow. Okay, well let's see about your abilities then. I'll be back with you in a mo. Right, so I'd leveled the dude. I'd leveled him pretty much entirely into the basics of archery, that we can maybe start focusing in on improving those abilities later on. Specialist, I sort of gave him all this entire tree, in fact. Well, obviously, except for, again, the upgrades, so his harmony's pretty good, and getting him switching between modes might be a way I play with his tactics. I believe this is a great mode for any freaking rogue to have, especially when the main character is attacked, because it's very easy to code into their tactics to this, so they do a ton of extra damage. And also Armistice to help him manage the threat. Aside from that, he has a couple of abilities here, Righteous Chain and Wounding Arrow. There's also one here, which you can pause in the description if you want, but I only left it up for a second because it implies something about Sebastian, which maybe hasn't been revealed yet. We'll see. Something. So, having said that, however, I don't think I'm actually going to take you with me just now. You're brand new, we're going to go help you out later. Would that feel for your character as part of your initial quest? I'll read that later. I think for the moment I'm just looking to reconnect. Well, is there any harm in taking you with us for now? I suppose not, no. Once we have a nearly empty party, then he can pal around with me while I go and catch up with people, as long as people don't find it too weird. In fact, even with 2 people, there's an evil tome up here. I wonder if it is worth taking that down whilst we're in the vicinity. Now, can I? Because I still never learned whether combat encounters are balanced based on the amount of people that you have, although the one time I fought people with just myself, it did seem that things were less lethal. There were less people around. I don't know, let's just see. Yeah, Trone's book. Secrets of Blood Magic. Feel a stirring of power as you open it. Read the book. Take the book. Blood magic. Now here's a question, taking it. It's the Secrets of Blood Magic? Does this, I really don't know what I feel about blood magic anymore. With Meryl and everything like that, it's sort of... Liking Meryl has made me sort of look at blood magic in a different light. As a very dangerous tool which could potentially be used. Actually, thinking about it, changed my mind. So I backed out of... I reloaded the quick save I just did down here, and I backed out of the conversation. We're gonna deal with that later. I'm really not in the right headspace to be making major decisions like that. All I want to do is...
Are you an Andrastian, Fenris?
If I say no, will you attempt to convert me?
Many elves believe in the Maker. I ask only because I wonder if your experiences soured your faith.
My faith was never strong. It's difficult for a slave to have faith in someone who abandoned them.
The Maker didn't enslave you, Fenris.
He didn't help me much either.
And yet you stand here free. Perhaps he helped you more than you think.
Not sure I agree with that line of reasoning. In fact, I'm not sure I agree with that at all. You can't look at everything bad that happens in your life and say the Maker didn't do that without any proof. If you're also going to look at...
The Maker didn't free me.
I see you've been thinking about what I said.
In 3 seconds.
I freed myself. If the Maker did anything, he watched. Why should I thank him for that?
Is it so hard to believe the Maker cares for you? Maybe he gave you the chance to escape.
It doesn't feel like the Maker cares for me, or anyone.
We all make our own choices to do good as well as evil. That is our doing, not the Maker's.
Perhaps. It's been a long time since I gave it any thought.
It's not too late to start.
He is trying to convert you. Yeah, you can't say that the Maker... Based on no proof, you can't say that the Maker didn't do everything bad that ever happened to you. If you're also going to just say that they did every good thing that happened to you, again with no proof, that's just unreasonable. Now, the distinction that he was maybe making there is that the people made the choice and they chose to do evil. They have the power to do that, and it was an evil choice that led to the enslavement of Fenris, but that the chance occurred at all for him to escape. Like, if Maker has control over sort of the circumstances in that way, then maybe he's saying that, but I don't know, like, that's me having to think my way, like, to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's go down to Hightown. Spending a long time up here. These are going to be a couple longer episodes.
I do love the way the merchants glare at me as if I'm going to steal something.
Elf in Hightown. So, where's me partner? Place has changed. John Luke. Robes by John Luke. Well, let me just sell all the junk first of all. And there's probably some other stuff I can get rid of back in a mo. Check this out. Companion armor stuff. Merrill, Fenris, Isabella. I think that's just worth getting. So where does that show up again? It shows up in here, right? Yeah, just got companion armor for that. That's nice. I don't think I've ever been checking those sections. I'll have to keep an eye on them. What about your blades? All fall. Let's have a look. There is some stuff around which is actually quite good, but for now I'm gonna leave it. I think the important stuff will sort of like stick around. Actually wonder if there's any runes that I can get. Yeah, I can get all these now. They just cost money now that I've found the resources. Awesome. Do you know what? Again, that's between sessions stuff. I actually need to get on a roll here. Let's go down to Lowtown. I don't know if Meryl has anything to say, but I want to see her. I want to get her hanging out, shall we say. Down in Lowtown. There's a bit more of a sunsetty vibe to everything. I like the way the lighting changes.
You know, when I return to Starkhaven, you're welcome to come with me.
And do what exactly?
You're a fine warrior. If you could train men to fight like you do, we'd be unstoppable.
I'm no leader, and I doubt humans would want me training them.
Then why not train elves? I bet there's plenty who would admire all you've accomplished.
I haven't accomplished anything.
No? You are your own man, living as you see fit. You give yourself too little credit.
You're being kind.
Not at all. Think about it.
Sebastian, you're making more progress with Fenris than I've made in 3 years. Do you have anything like that? Rigid bonding gives an extra increases defense for Isabella. This stuff is worth getting, I think, now that I have the coin for it. There's nothing in particular I'm saving up for anymore. All that riches seems like a decent way to spend them. Trinkets. Again, I'll be checking this all the time. Whoa. Oh, this is a gift. A gift of what? Oh, wow, look. 1 or more points spent on attributes, but rendered useful. Okay, that's pretty bad, but what is this? A gift? Varric might be interested in the Tethris family signet ring. Oh. That's interesting. Didn't Varric want to... Yeah, he's here anyway, so I'll speak to him about that first, and then... The gift. That's interesting, I didn't know there were gifts in this game. Where have they been? Well, actually, if they're that expensive, that sort of explains their rarity. Ooh, look at this sword. 4% critical chance and a rune slot, but I need 30 strength, so unfortunately, it's not for me, a Darkspawn shield. Whoa, look at that. Wowzers, Bowsers, why is it so good? Why is this all so good? Hold on. Okay, I was just checking out the looks of the shields, but they're actually not for me, and objectively speaking, they're not actually better than one I've got at the moment. Saving up for a new shield, perhaps, because this one I have looks lame, but not in a hurry.
I still don't get the name. Did they hang someone here?
Well, the hanged man, they hanged that guy. Duh.
We used to have another bartender.